So now that you understand what the fundamental positions are, how to get in them, and why they're so important, I want to talk about troubleshooting. I want to talk about how to actually get into these positions because, like I said, it's the average person can't do this. And so I want to change that. I want this to become the new average. We should be able to get in these positions. But since we're starting in all different places and everybody's in different ranges, what I want you to do is attempt to get into each of these positions. Do the self-assessment, see where you're at. And then I want to bring to light something I mentioned before, but I want to go in a little bit deeper on, and that's the concept of priming. So this will help you break plateaus. This will help you get a little bit further in these positions, a little bit stronger. So what priming is finding that range of motion that you start to lose control. And when you start to lose control, that's the fringe of your ability. That's what I call your owned range of motion. And so we mostly want to stay in our owned range of motion. So when you start to feel that loss of control, that little bit of wobble, or that inability to do it, what I want you to do is back off about 5 to 10%, 1 to 2 inches of the range of motion you're in. Re-engage the body, tighten up a little more, use the concept of bracing we talked about. What it'll do is it'll start to strengthen and engage the body as one unit. And when you do that, you can drop just a little bit lower into the range of motion under full control. Stay within green zone. And then with that, your strength will start to radiate about 10 degrees. What that means is if you only get halfway down and you engage and tighten and brace and then move into it a little bit more, it'll start to radiate 15 degrees further. So next time you do it, you might be able to get a few more degrees deeper. And every day, that's why we do this consistently, you start to get a little bit more range, a little bit more range, a little bit more range. And with this concept of bracing or feeling your wobble, feeling your fringe of motion, the edge of your owned range, backing off a little, bracing, and then moving into it slightly, and then backing out and moving in slightly, kind of this pumping action, you can start to develop more range of motion. You can utilize that concept of strength radiating. So we want to move a little bit further into the motion, back off just a couple inches, and move a little bit more, back off. Anytime you have a sticking point, you can do this concept of priming to take you a little bit further, to start to break through some of these plateaus. And so if you can't quite get into the full squat, find that wobble point, back off just a little, brace, tighten up, go a little bit deeper, and then back off and deeper. And we just keep pumping it. We just keep priming that. And that will start to generate more strength in deeper ranges of motion. And that is the ultimate goal. So don't forget the concept of priming when you're trying to break through plateaus. If you ever struggle, if you're ever getting frustrated because you're not seeing growth or improvement, start to use the concept of priming to take you to that next level.